to you by Breckenridge Distillery, the official distillery of Sparta Sports Entertainment. And it is 3 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, Angel Mendez.
Bump it up a little bit to the 175-pound division here at Sparta Sports Entertainment. Airtight Boxing Fight Night. Coming to the ring, we have Mr. Angel Mendez. Still amateur division. Going to be 3 2-minute rounds.
And fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Nissan on 104th blue corner, please welcome Isaiah Lopez.
And his opponent, Mr. Lopez. See him on the tail of the tape. Mendez, a couple years older at 25 versus 22. Mr. Mendez with the 2-inch height advantage. Excuse me. Mr. Mendez, with a 1-2 record, lists himself as a counterpuncher versus the orthodox 1-0 Lopez. So, Lopez hoping to come out of here remaining undefeated this evening. Brent, I love the 175-pound division. You start looking at about 170 pounds and up. That's where the fighters keep their athleticism, keep the speed. The conditioning is still on point, but the power really becomes a factor.
Once again, let's meet our fighters for
and the fighter's willing to plant his feet and throw a single hard shot that can end the fight.
Fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Denver, Colorado, representing House of Pain West, Angel Mendez. And his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Nissan on 104th blue corner, from Fort Morgan, Colorado, representing Fort Morgan Gladiators Boxing, Isaiah Bam Bam Lopez.
Okay, gentlemen, I know this is going to be a phenomenal bout. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. Are there any questions out the blue corner? Questions out the red corner? Gentlemen, touch gloves and let's fight.
Mr. Mendez wearing the green, black, and stars trunks. He's got the red gloves on versus Mr. Lopez wearing the silver and pink with the stars. Mr. Lopez wearing blue gloves this evening, representing Fort Morgan Gladiators, and House of Pain West represented by Mr. Mendez.
Both these guys charge the center of the ring right off the bat.
Well, we talked about this being the weight division where the power starts to become a real significant factor, and these guys looking to put that on display here early.
Good head movement by Mendez right off the bat. Nice high guard, head movement, using that head movement to set up that counter punch like he said, and he was a counter puncher, trying to set up that counter right hand.
And Lopez winding up for his right hands. If Mendez really truly is that great of a counter puncher, Lopez winding up like that might not play too well for him.
Big overhand right by Mendez right off the bat. Got him in the corner. I think he thinks he's hurt.
Yes.
Flurry, good hooks.
Really wise punch selection by Mendez, mixing it nicely.
Snuck in a nice left hook there too. Lopez needs to take a step back, try to regather himself.
Yes, he does. Mendez, really good job of seeing his targets.
And he gets a lot of power into that right hand. He's stepping across and just really torquing his shoulder through on that. Let's see if he starts to set that up a little bit more.
Well, if you're going to be a counterpuncher, as Mr. Mendez says he is, one of the primary things you have to have is good vision of what your opponent's doing. And boy, did he show nice vision in that flurry. Oh, and a blistering body shot by Lopez.
Nice left hook by Lopez again.
Mendez starting to wear some of the, show some of the wear, rather. Both guys need to be careful about pushing off when they're moving out. They'll get a warning for that. 10-second clacker sounded. Exciting first round, Brent.
It was a very good first round. For both guys, realistically, Mendez probably took that round with that flurry in the corner and landed, I think, some of the cleaner, harder shots. But Lopez showed exactly why he's here, why he's 1-0 at the moment. We'll see if he comes back out with the same type of power.
Give us here on the Larry H. Miller Nissan replay. And Mendez pressuring forward, gets him into the corner. I talked about the punch selection of Mendez. He also did a nice job of not closing in too tight and smothering his own punches. He's trying to keep Lopez cornered, which can be difficult to do, but he also kept him out on the end of his punches. So nice job there by Mendez in that flurry. And I agree with you, I think that may have won him the round. Oh, and Lopez takes a hard shot, momentarily cements his feet.
And some really good shots by Mendez coming out in round number 1. Has landed already a couple of left hooks and a big right hand.
The counterpuncher has turned quite offensive here.
Yes, he has. He's doing a good job when he loads that right hand up and he steps forward on the jab. He's stepping out at an angle so he can open up that right hand and really torque it over.
And it's interesting you'd say that because I heard his corner saying, open the door, and that's it exactly. So, wow, we know Mr. Mendez, nice fight IQ, listening to his corner, implementing their instructions. Well done, sir.
Big swing and a miss by Mendez on that one.
Lopez looking for some payback here.
Good head movement by Mendez, but you can hear his corner yelling, get off the ropes, reestablish the center.
Yeah, there was really no reason for him to be hanging out on the ropes. I don't think he was hurt by any of those punches there. So
he was just trying to keep his guard high, lost a little bit of sense of where he was in the ring.
Oh, a little tangle of the feet there. And again. Definitely a slowdown of the volume here in round 2.
Trying to be a little bit more calculated. Big body shot by Lopez. Or sorry, by Mendez.
Second clacker sounded, so not nearly as much of an action-packed round as round number 1 was. Just like you said, both guys being a lot more measured in their attack here. Round 2. Let's see if anybody elects to try to really pick up the pace in the third.
Mendez in that round went back to a little bit more of his style, I think. Calling himself a counterpuncher, he was trying to use head movement, trying to time some of those strikes from Lopez to slip and come back with his right hand. Not a bad round for either fighter. That's going to be a hard one to call, though.
Right. We have our Larry H. Miller Nissan replay here, and Lopez with that body shot that you referenced, he launched himself forward with that one. This is where we see Lopez get pinned up against the ropes. He said he just kind of lost track of where he was, wasn't sure where he should go, and then again, listened to his corner, got himself off the ropes just like he was supposed to. But both these guys earlier in their career, but making some smart fighting decisions. Corner of Mendez, their final instructions is screaming, go to work right now.
Mendez doing a much better job this round of keeping some pressure on Lopez, not backing up, keeps moving forward.
Lopez, nice job bringing his feet with his punches. And that was a beautiful display from Mendez of protect yourself at all times. The referee had said break. His opponent was stepping back, but he still had his hands in guard position.
And a good, smart tie-up by Mendez as well. Lopez was in deep, trying to work some body shots, and Mendez just kind of looping that arm over the head to stop it.
Just over a minute to go.
Oh, big uppercut.
And Mendez
with the head
acknowledges
shake.
it. Mendez going to look for some payback now.
Wore that really well, too. It looked like he was going to be stunned for a second.
Yeah.
He caught himself real quick.
We talked about this being a weight division where one punch can change your fight. Lopez trying to put that on display here. Lopez heard the corner of Mendez saying throw the right, and he just closed in to shut it down.
Not a bad idea, and that just goes to show not only do you want to listen to your corner, but you want to listen to the other one too, because it's going to give you some insight on what's coming.
Yes, indeed.
Another big uppercut by Lopez.
Again. 10-second clacker sounded. Mendez trying to put together a flurry, and Lopez answers back nicely. Both fighters planting their feet and slinging leather.
That was a great end to the fight. Looked like one of them was going to go down, but they both managed to stay up. This will be an interesting decision.
They made that exciting for us here. Thank you, gentlemen. Referee Tim Mills telling the guys good fight. We'll check out the Larry H. Miller Nissan replay, and there's that big uppercut you saw in Mendez acquiescing to the fact that he took a hard shot there. Lopez looks to follow up, but like you said, Mendez wore that uppercut well. Did not have to take any time to recover because he was ready for the continued follow-up attack. Lopez.
Very exciting fight. Both fighters actually demonstrating some good head movement, good foot movement, and a relatively high fight IQ for both guys for having such a low record.
Yes, indeed. They've been putting in their time in the gym. You can see it. Mr. Cody Momarts to come on in. Here's the end of the fight on a replay. Nice uppercut from Mendez. Lopez tries to launch another one back of his own, and both guys willing to just bite down and, like I said, sling some leather. And referee Tim Mills in there, best seat in the house. Ah!
Nice, good jump in. Just praying to not get hit while he's jumping in there.
Don't hit me, don't hit me.
We've only got one referee tonight. We can't afford it.
All around. Difficult thing to explain unless you've done it, how much respect you have for somebody that you just had a fight with.
Yeah. It's a very surreal experience too. A lot of times when you get in the ring, you're standing there, the fight hasn't started yet, you look across the corner, there's a dude standing there, you've got no issues with him, you've never met him before other than weigh-ins probably.
Yeah.
And now you're about to try to take each other's heads off.
Try to render him unconscious, yes.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Langmeyer scores it 29-28 Mendez. Judge Garcia scores it 29-28 Lopez. And Judge Beal scores it 30-27, declaring your winner by split decision,
Mr. Mendez gets to go home with the victory.
Judges are having an awfully hard time agreeing with each other tonight.
Yes, they are. Yes, indeed. Some close fights indeed. Shows you how close it is. We'll let Mr. Mendez go over and get his accolades in the post-fight interview from Miss Bailey Winters. Get a word from a couple of sponsors. We'll be back with fight number 4.
I'm here with your winner, Angel Mendez. Angel, that was a back and forth fight. Back and forth fight. You guys both had a lot of punches landed. You had him hurt in that first round. Did you think you were going to get the finish in the corner there?
I tried to go for it. He's a tough guy. So I gave him my all in that first round, tried to get him down, but guy has heart, so I'll give him that.
He definitely does. He also landed a few big punches, especially that uppercut there in the 3rd round. Did you feel his power during that fight?
I felt it. I felt I was very underweight, underpowered in a sense. So I tried to use my speed and my reach to try to compensate. It was a good fight.
You got the split decision in the end. How'd you feel about the scoring tonight?
I felt it was fair. It went back and forth, as you said, and I got the win, so I'll take it.
A win's a win. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank all my friends and family that came out and supported, Coach who gave me another chance to get back in the ring, and everybody came out and watched the fights.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you.